I'm so concerned.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Deep Fried Dice. We're back here again with Among Us. Hopefully you're coming right off of the last part, and I think that we're just going to jump right in. Walt and Wes found themselves on one of the flotilla's city ships in a kind of a seedy bar, a seedy location where they were supposed to meet an informant named Clint. They did not end up meeting him, instead meeting somebody who they called not Clint, and who gave them an address saying that his identity has been compromised and to go and meet them in Philadelphia with an address on North 29th Street. As the two of our characters left the bar, there was a gunshot, and they ducked into one of the alleys. So what do you guys do?
I'm still ducking and listening for any further gunshots. Actually, what direction do we hear it coming from?
It kind of echoed.
Damn it.
It's difficult to tell at this point.
Did we see where it hit?
No, you did not.
Fucking sound waves.
Okay, I'm gonna stay ducked and listen real hard.
Have we been hit?
Are we bleeding?
You guys find yourself in an alleyway next to this bar with kind of the steam rising up through the... you hear another gunshot, another ricochet as it hits one of the chrome walls.
Oh boy. And again, we didn't hear the direction.
Generally out in the street.
Okay, I say we fucking book it down this alley.
Okay.
Away from the gunshots.
Yeah,
That's-
that's generally...
That's what Wes is gonna do. He's gonna give Walt a tug just to let him know.
Okay.
And hope he follows.
All right, so you run off and away from the gunshots, and I'm going to make a roll.
I can't believe we gave him, in the prologue, an extra die.
Yeah. Didn't you do that with your bad roll? Ah, you fool.
I'm a fool.
You have to just roll good. Just roll good.
I actually, you know what? So I've surprisingly rolled really well with these dice. Usually, online, I get horrible luck. So this has actually been really nice for me.
So, Walt,
Yes.
I'd like you to roll using your fight skill. I know you're not actively fighting, but you're trying to get away, which is part of the fight skill.
Punch the bullet.
You picked, I think, one of my lowest skills.
I didn't,
What
Pick.
value?
based on your character.
I know. What value would you like me to roll with this?
Probably either hope or trust, or truth, I mean.
Truth? I'll pick truth.
Yeah, sure. Because you are just trying to, you're currently
Is this my
in the
D10?
midst of investigating something.
Yeah. Alright. And none of my distinctions really...
And do you add anything else?
None of my distinctions really come into play, so...
Okay.
I'm rolling. Oh, I got an 8 and a 1.
Ooh, a 1.
Oh, Devin, what did I just tell you?
Sorry.
So, when players roll a 1, for all of you listening, then interesting things happen. So, Walt gains a plot
Hell
point
yeah.
because you rolled a 1.
But you gain a fucking die.
I do. A point is added to what is called the conspiracy pool, which is my kind of meta currency that I can use for named characters or to generally screw with the players in the to make a better story. So yes, the conspiracy pool now has 2 points in it.
Devin.
I'm sorry.
And on top of this, you get a complication. Go ahead and add to your character sheet a D6 complication,
Okay.
which is going to be a gunshot wound.
Oh no, I've been shot.
No.
As the bullets ring out and
Devin.
I did get shot.
Wes kind of taking point, kind of tugging on Walt, the two of them ran down the alleyway, but another gunshot came out, ricocheting off,
Okay.
and it definitely burns. And you're going to need to get the bullet out.
Oh wait, so it actually entered, didn't just graze?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Shit.
Okay.
All right, so that's a D6 complication for you.
Yeah, I've got it down on my character sheet.
But you gained your plot point.
I gained a plot point, yeah.
You did.
Yay. Yay.
Oh boy.
I mean, I guess Walt has seen blood before, seen gunshot wounds. Like, I don't think he's been shot
a journalist
before.
in World War
During
II.
the war.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think he's been shot before, you know?
Fair enough. As you were shot, though, you guys take off kind of moving along the alleyway, taking a corner, and you hear the gunshots behind you still, but they kind of grow a little bit more distance as you cross between alleys eventually. Actually, go ahead and let's roll again for getting away. This time, how about Wes? You roll.
Alrighty. What am I rolling?
Go ahead and roll. What do you think you should roll?
We're trying to get away?
Mm-hmm.
Discretion?
Sure.
Okay. And
what value
what
are you
value?
using?
hope?
Okay.
Discretion and hope? Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a D8 and a D4. So that's a 4 and a 2.
2's not a 1, so...
Yeah.
So that's a 6?
That's how math works.
Okay.
I think.
It is.
We're very bad at math, though.
Alright, and you got a 6?
Yes.
And they got a 10.
Oh no.
You guys begin to kind of hear the gunshots fading away behind you, and as you exit out of one of the alleyways, coming out, or you can see the city ahead of you, still quite a few blocks away. From around the corner, you see an actual individual come out with a pistol.
Shit! How far away are they?
They're fairly close.
Do
Is
we
there
have
anywhere we can duck behind?
Do you have weapons?
I'm gonna say that Wes doesn't.
Okay.
What?
Wes does not.
Wes isn't the kind of guy to carry like a gun or anything.
Are you like a knife guy or a gun guy?
I would say probably has like a pocket knife, but he's not the fighting type.
I
He's
can't
the
believe-
convince them not to shoot you type.
I can't
Yeah.
believe you're essentially a special agent for a government organization and you do not have some kind of powerful enough weapon like a gun.
Why would he have a gun? He's an investigator, isn't he?
Yeah, but look at the situation we're in.
He wasn't expecting this. Why? Quit criticizing him.
Ugh.
Maybe this is a character point for Wes, and he'll learn something.
Do you have a gun?
Yes, I'm paranoid as fuck. Of course I have a gun.
Alright, fine.
But I'm also got shot.
Shit. Right, so he's nearby. Is there nothing to duck behind?
There's like another alley you could run down, but the guy he begins to take aim at you guys.
Ooh.
Can I throw something at him?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your fight.
Oh boy.
You get like a knick-knack.
It's 4. Or not, the dice is a 4. What's
Mhm.
what value?
Which one?
Trust?
Trust. Yeah, you're trusting that you got a good enough aim. Good enough arm.
I guess I trust that I will hit him.
Okay.
That's a 4 and a 3.
7.
Okay, that is a 6 and a 2.
Son of a bitch. We're gonna die. We're gonna die in an alleyway.
Yeah.
Take a break, come back with new characters.
I'm gonna fucking bleed out. You're gonna die because someone shot you in the head.
Ugh.
So the gunshot goes off, and you try and throw something toward this guy as the gunshot goes off, and thankfully it kind of it causes him to miss you entirely, but he does duck out of the way
but
of
he
it
didn't
easily.
shoot one of us.
Nice. Now we gotta run.
that's a
We gotta
victory.
book it.
Yeah, fucking booking it. Again.
You guys book it taking off, and I would say at this point you guys manage to get away. Let me see what happens
Oh, no.
though.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Okay.
Was that a good nah or a bad,
Bad
nah?
nah. Yeah, give us the nah degree.
You guys take off using just kind of your general knowledge of how streets are generally laid out. And you manage to get away from whoever these individuals
God, I
are.
hope Clint's alive. Not Clint.
Yeah, not Clint.
And the gunshots, only a couple more come, and then they kind of die down. You get the feeling that they kind of fall back.
They're probably thinking, oh yeah, we got one of them. That's fine.
That's definitely what they're thinking, I'm sure. So we're safe for the moment?
You seem to be.
Alright. Well, Walt's been shot, so Wes is gonna turn to him and say, Are you alright? You're bleeding?
Yeah, I've been fucking shot.
Alright, you don't need to be so rude about it.
I've been shot. What the fuck?
What the hell was that?
Oh, I don't know. We went and were looking for an informant, and then I got shot.
Yes, I realize you've been shot, but
What was the paper?
why were they...
What was the paper he gave
hold
you?
on. I pull it out of my pocket, uncrumple it, show it to Walt. What does it say? I have forgotten.
You meant to write it down.
It says my identity has been compromised. Meet me in Philadelphia, and then there's an address on.
I'm
North
writing it down
Pleasant
for
Street.
you.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, talk about identity being compromised. Shit.
Walt, he has been shot, I mind
Yeah.
you, but he takes his hand from the bullet wound, and then kind of like carefully tries to turn on his camera, and then he tries to take a picture of the piece of paper.
Do you want me to do that?
No, you don't touch it. No.
Okay. I'm sorry. Sheesh.
Meet me in Philadelphia.
Is there like a med bay? Is there like a medical or a doctor that we know of that we can take?
Or can we just show up to a clinic?
You could show up to like there's just the doctor that you guys just have available to you as agents. You know that you'd lose some time doing that. You could also try and take care of it yourself if you'd like to.
I mean, I don't know how good either of us are at medicine.
Okay, we either get tweezers involved or we get Wes's dirty, unwashed hands involved.
Excuse me, my hands are very clean.
They're not they still haven't been sanitized right at this moment. We've been in a seedy bar. You're holding pieces of paper. That's not going in a bullet wound. Not when we're living on a goddamn alien city in the space. So,
are you guys walking through like the markets?
I assume we were still in the alleyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like recuperating.
Yeah. Just walking around bleeding in a marketplace.
Yeah.
I mean, then you wouldn't be alone.
Oh fuck, that's true. We should get into the crowds. I
reckon crowds and we head for a clinic. Wait a minute. What if that's what they want? Because they know I've been shot. I
think we're getting a bit too deep into it. I think we have to treat this. I'm gonna take off my coat or something, and try to help bind the wound or something, just so he's not freely bleeding. I want to do that. How?
Do we have to roll for that one?
I mean, are you trying to actually fix the complication?
No.
No.
Or is it just a?
This is putting a band-aid on it.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, then no, you don't have to roll for it.
Okay. Good. I'm gonna do that. Then I say we go out and try and find a clinic.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, we walk out into the marketplace and there's knickknacks, there's sounds everywhere, there's people yelling. I guess that's what markets do. And yeah, we're just looking for that telltale sign on the door or something.
Yeah, walking through, you can find a clinic of some kind. We
go in.
You see the receptionist, all the people in the waiting room. This isn't like a hospital. It's not like we're walking into the emergency department.
Bustin'.
Yeah.
Bustin'. He's been shot.
So you spend some time there, getting the treatment you needed, and I would say, sure, you remove the complication.
Oh, thank God.
But it does take quite a few hours.
That's fine.
A few hours. It's bad.
It'll probably take us a few hours to get there anyway.
Now it'll take you a few more.
Oh, that's fine. Just air traffic and all that. What was I gonna say? Oh, how does the alien medicine work? Just am I good to go, or do I have a scar? Or, do I got a hole in my arm?
Probably just got the bullet removed and then patched up.
Patched up? Alright. I've gotten rid of the complication on my character sheet.
Just seemed like a bad idea to go around with a bullet hole in your arm.
Well, I mean, we still have to do this investigation, and we don't know where the other two people in our cell are, so...
That's true.
You know what? People have gone through worse and done a lot more, so I'm gonna keep going.
I suppose once that's taken care of, we're gonna want to head down to Philadelphia.
Let's go back into the pod. Or maybe get a change of clothes, because I've probably bled through, jacket and shirt.
Not sure if we should waste that much time. I mean,
not that
much covered in blood.
Let me walk into public space with, a bullet hole in my jacket and a bit of blood and, all that kind of...
Fair enough.
At least get me a jacket.
Alright. We go fetch Walt a new jacket.
Okay.
We have to keep up our cover somehow.
Yes, that's true. And then we disembark.
Yes.
I imagine.
Okay. You leave quite a few hours past when you got the information. Entering back into the pod, you head off, kind of passing by, away from the cities up in space, and head down planet side. How long has it been since you guys have been there?
I know, I was probably there last week, maybe a couple days ago.
Maybe a little while for me, since I've been waiting for reassignment. Yeah, so this is maybe my first time in a little while.
Okay. But you head back down, seeing kind of the halo of the atmosphere of the planet greeting you. Heading back through the atmosphere, it's a fairly even ride. Eventually, the closer you get to the planet, eventually the ship's cloaking devices activate, and you are, for all intents and purposes, invisible to everything down there, except your own organization's detection stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
You get down there heading toward Philadelphia, landing in a secure location.
Okay. Do we know
there.
how far we are from the place
You're
we were supposed to
probably-
head to?
Get like...
You're probably a good bus ride away.
Okay,
Alright,
Yeah.
bus ride.
let's head on out, find ourselves a bus. Waste no time getting there.
Hell
No more
yeah.
time getting there.
You take the bus, arriving close by the address that you have on North 29th Street.
Mhm.
You're just up from the river.
I don't think there's any reason we have to stop for anything at the moment. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess we've just been chatting on the bus, kind of like
Yeah,
looking out
yeah.
for the address. You know, like, oh, how long has it been since been in Philadelphia? We're kind of like...
A
kinda
while, probably.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Wes asks Walter how he's feeling, how his arm's feeling at the moment.
Well, I may be in a little bit of pain, but yeah, I can suck it up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I've seen others in a lot more, so I'm
Mm,
keeping that in the back
That's
of my
right,
head.
war reporter.
Oh, well,
That had to be
yeah.
pretty grisly.
I wasn't thinking about the war in that regard, but yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, a nugget of backstory.
You head toward the address. You see on North 29th Street the building that you have the address to. It looks to be a apartment building.
Oh,
of some
okay,
kind.
apartment
Okay.
building. Did we get an apartment number?
yeah. Do we know what room we're heading for?
Mhm. Yeah, it's a full address.
Alright.
Cool. Well, before we head on up, I want to look around like the exterior for anything suspicious.
Yeah, are we like seeing 5 men kind of just hanging out, leaning
Yeah,
against
any
lampposts?
suspicious individuals or like suspicious things around.
So what do you want to roll for that?
Probably
I would say
observe.
observe and maybe truth.
Or
Yep.
yeah, okay.
So that's a D8 and a D8.
Please tell me you get both 8s.
No, I got a 4 and a 2.
Okay,
So
6.
a 6.
Remember to add your distinctions when they're relevant.
That's right. I don't think I have any distinctions applying to this though. Because intuitive involves people, not necessarily places.
So your
Yeah.
total was what?
6.
Okay. Looking around, it's difficult to really tell what's going on. And I mean, using your statement, the truth is what you make of it. You could build a narrative of what's going on here, but you don't have any other pieces.
okay. All right. Then I guess we head inside.
Yeah, let's go inside, start knocking on some doors.
Yeah. Oh, one door. We're not just gonna knock on every door out.
All right, you head in, the kind of the jingle of the bell ringing as you open up the door. You walk past kind of lines of address boxes where mail would be delivered, and heading up the stairs toward the address that you have in particular. You get upstairs to the door and knock, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're knocking, but we're not like saying, Clint, you're in there. We're not doing none of that.
Yeah, just
Because we don't want to compromise any more identity.
There's no response.
Open up!
Shit. Knock louder. Yeah, you in there?
Come on, open up! Knock, knock,
There's-
knock.
There's no response.
I tried the doorknob.
You pop open the door, and as you do, the door is
Fuck.
unlocked and not quite ajar, but the door opened. It was like half already open. You know?
Oh, no. Right. Okay. I'd like to put a finger to my lips, directed towards Walt. Like be quiet and
Yep.
then
Well, nods.
push
Yep.
in slowly.
Gun is out. Ready to go.
All right, gun out.
Gun
You
out.
Push into the apartment. Looking around, you see it. It looks like a normal apartment. There's a bed in the room. There's kind of a kitchen off to the side. It's all just kind of like one place with just like one other door. Seems to be a bathroom of some kind. And you see in the kitchen, you see a body.
Damn
Okay.
it.
Camera out now. I'm gonna be taking photos of the body and then the apartment, areas of interest, windows, doors, exit entryways, places where there have been a struggle, all that sort of stuff.
And what are you doing, Wes?
I'm going to approach the body.
Okay.
Also keeping an ear out in case there's somebody else still in the apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna approach the body, see who it is.
You don't recognize him, but he wears kind of a nice vest, but no jacket on. And he has just a single bullet hole on the top of his head.
Wait a minute, blood pool. Is there a blood pool around him, or is he fresh? Or is the apartment clean?
the apartment's fairly clean. It's just, there's a little bit of blood.
Wait, so this man has been shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
There's blood, but not enough of a blood pool.
I think that's just how it works.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess how much blood's in the brain?
It depends on where you get,
Sure.
where it gets cracked
Yeah.
open. We're not too worried about.
Medical accuracy.
Well, I mean, the thing is though, like, if the area is pretty clean, but he got shot, it could be that the body was moved and purposely placed in here. So it could be a message to us saying, hey, identity is compromised, we have shot this man.
There's enough blood around to tell,
Okay.
even without any kind of medical
That
background.
this boy was shot here.
I mean, Wes, I see, has at least one step up from no medicine.
Yeah.
It happened here.
Can I tell how long he's been dead? Even just like a rough estimate, like, oh, he died just before we got here, or he's been dead
You'd
for
say
a
it's
while.
Is he still warm?
It's been probably like an hour or so. He's still warm, maybe less.
Damn it.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna search the
Yeah,
body.
I'm gonna search the apartment.
Yeah, I'm gonna search the body, see if there's anything of interest on him. His pockets, in the
Yeah,
line of his
Alright.
clothes.
Pockets,
Walt?
identification.
Walt, make a sleuth roll.
Sleuth. Where is
Sleuth.
sleuth? Okay.
And you can
8.
use truth.
My D8. This is my D8, and I am using truth, which is my D10.
But you find his ID, Wes, along with like, a little bit of money in there, whatever. But you find his ID, and this is Clint Williams.
Shit.
So, Elliot, you're not going to be happy with me.
Oh no.
Do you remember to add your distinctions if you can use them?
Well, no one's essentially looking anything about me, so I can't use Spectre, and, I haven't necessarily found anything to make an asset just yet.
You have a distinction called Private Investigator. Right now you are sleuthing about trying to piece
Oh,
things
wait,
together.
can we use the actual name and not the triggers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, then yes,
The
I would like to...
distinction- So distinctions function as is, without looking at the triggers at all. Every distinction has a name, which just kind of defines what it is. And if it's relevant to a situation, which is, up to you, and I can say no if you try and like stretch it too much.
Yeah.
Neither of you are Munchkin Power gamers though, so I don't see that being an issue.
Yeah.
But if it's relevant, such as Private Investigator, you can add your D8.
Well, then yeah, I'll do that.
If your distinction of Private Investigator is working against you for whatever reason, you can choose to roll a D4 as well, which will
Okay.
give you a plot point.
All right,
But what did you roll for your value and skill?
I got a 1 and a 4, so I'm just gonna roll my Private Investigator now, and got an
Okay.
8.
Nice.
Do you want to roll your specialty, piecing things together?
Yes, and that's a D6.
What did you get?
Got another 1. I got 2 1s.
Devin!
You got 2 1s.
I got 2 1s.
And your 2 other rolls were what?
A 4 and an 8. So those are gonna be my 2 high rolls, but I got a 12, but I still got a 1, 2 1s.
Okay, so you get 1 plot point.
I get 1 plot point.
I add to the conspiracy pool.
Yep.
And you get a complication. Go ahead and write, D6 complication, and you can write just D6 underscore. I'm gonna name it in a bit.
Okay. All right.
Okay, you know what? Your complication is gonna be D6 fingerprints left behind. Basically evidence you were here.
Yeah.
You as a character don't necessarily know this,
Right.
Yeah.
like
yeah.
in character, but that's gonna be your complication. So I can then use that against you for my rolls.
Yeah. All right. What did I find with my 12?
With your 12, you find, and let me roll this real quick. This shouldn't be a difficult. I think it's literally impossible. Yeah, okay. 6. I just wanted to roll because if I got a 1, then it could be good for you.
Oh yeah.
But the dice I rolled, I couldn't have gotten a 12.
Nice.
Looking around, you see that there is a folder with not that much in it, but enough to show there's been an investigation that this man has personally been doing on this Philadelphia house.
Oh, so okay, he's an informant like I used to be, but he's been
Yes.
investigating it on his own. Is this with
Much
or
like you
without?
did.
Okay, yep. Alright. Can I... So, of the notes that we have from his investigation, could I make an asset with my trigger, True Gumshoe?
What does True Gumshoe do?
Spend 1 plot point to create an on-the-trail asset at D6. Pick a case, and you can use this asset in any rolls made in the pursuit of this case. If you fail a roll, you may step it up by 1, though it doesn't count to any skill advancement. Only 1 asset at a time.
Yes.
So does that mean,
you can spend a plot point to activate that.
If this asset is no longer useful, can I scrap it and then have a new asset, or is this?
Yeah, basically you'll have it for as long as you're investigating the case, unless you decide to like pursue another case and spend a plot point, in which case the other one will disappear.
Okay, all right, then yes, I will spend a plot point.
So you can just call it On the Trail, and then colon Philadelphia House or something like that.
Yeah, and it is a D6.
Yep. So that asset you can use in anything kind of in the pursuit of this.
Yep. Philly House.
But a couple of things stand out to you in this folder. He seems to believe that there was a piece of alien technology being held at that house.
Okay.
Based on his investigation, he knows that information has that information kind of got to certain people. Nathaniel Murphy being the ringleader of this group, who decided to go and rob this house. The only thing that they knew is that there was something there,
Right.
as far as Clint knows.
So there were tech at this house, and people somehow got word of it.
Yes, they just got word that there was something. There's even information on there's a transcript of the interview with Nathaniel Murphy, which I'm not gonna do a whole transcript for you, but Yeah,
we get it.
But
though.
there's a transcript.
I can just listen to the episode.
And he basically he didn't really seem to know what was going on, and he seemed frightened himself, and he was the only survivor there.
Okay.
But as far as this investigator, Clint Williams, knew, there was just a piece of unknown technology, whether it was from the Greys or something else, he didn't know. He never got to the bottom of it, but you do see
could be something else.
You do see an address written on one of the sheets, kind of just in his handwriting.
All right.
And it's kind of circled a couple of times.
All right, and this is the address to the house in question?
No, it's actually heading a little further downtown, away from the house.
Okay.
As you flip through the papers, though, you do see a little bit of information on you guys. Nothing to raise any eyebrows, just I'm meeting with these people.
Oh,
And there seems to be a little bit of in his notebook, questioning whether he can trust Peter, the other one in your cell you haven't met yet.
Oh, Soviet boy.
Oh,
yeah.
so...
And he was saying he wouldn't be surprised if the kid was a spy.
Oh,
that
okay,
kind of
so
stuff.
it's just prejudiced. All right.
I mean, kind of warranted prejudice at this point in history.
Yeah, that's fair, but...
Yeah.
Well, shit.
I don't like...
Maybe check out this other location?
I don't like that he's been shot in his house, where he had access to our information. Because it's quite possible that those who shot him got access to this.
Was there any sign that it was messed with?
No, I got a 12.
That what was messed with?
the papers.
Yeah, the information that had our names on it and who we were.
Doesn't seem to be at all.
Alright, but I'm keeping that in the back of my mind.
So there's another location that's related to the house. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, that's the lead we've got, I think.
Yeah, is another location related to this investigation, so yes.
So far, you've just been sent address to address.
Yeah. Kind of like a goose chase. And we are not geese.
No. We haven't heard anything from the other members of our cell?
Can we,
No.
call them? Yo.
Can I get out my gray phone and call them?
Yo, dog, where are you at?
Did we know where they were?
You didn't. No. You were going to figure that out from Clint, because they had been in contact with him as well.
Yeah, and there's nothing in his notes about that?
Nothing in his notes.
Fuck.
I guess we
We
just
should
go
have
on
just
this
left you
goose
to
chase.
bleed. Man. Should just let you bleed and come down here.
Yeah, and then you'd be the only one doing this investigation.
You wouldn't have died. It was just a little wound. It's just one bullet.
I don't want to bleed out in the fucking airplane. Not the airplane, I guess pod ride here.
Yeah. Well, maybe they went to the this other location, assuming they met up at all.
This could be the location they met up, or this could be their safe house.
Mm-hmm.
This could be anything.
At the very least, I think it's worth going there.
Yes, definitely. Alright.
Yeah. Is it far from here?
It's not that far. It's just a few blocks away.
Okay. Well, hiding the gun because we're about to go out in public.
Yeah. Do you think we should call someone to alert
Call the
them
police?
of the body?
Do like an
Maybe
anonymous tip?
Yeah, say we
I
heard
know.
gunshots at this
Are we cleared
location.
for that? Are we cleared for that? Like,
I'm going to assume we are.
we took his notes. Is there anything like?
Yeah.
I didn't find anything else of importance in relation to Point.
No.
I guess we're all clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing here with that roll. There's nothing here to compromise
All right. Yeah.
your guys'
Yeah.
You're doing the
say
anonymous. You're doing the anonymous tip though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, defo. I'm gonna find a phone booth.
defo.
Those existed back then, and
They don't anymore.
and call I guess 911, assuming 911 existed back then. And
Operator,
yeah, give me
operator,
911.
get me the coppers.
Give me that police. Yes.
Yeah.
I got a moiter to report.
Yeah.
Moiter.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna ring up and let them know that I heard gunshots from this location.
Okay, you turn in your report and begin to, I assume, head off toward the next address that you have.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't want to linger now.
All right, we go to another cutaway again. You guys just looking at an address and looking up at the the address on the street.
Does zany music play?
Yeah.
Why would what?
I don't know. What
It's
I
a
was
funny
trying to
recurring joke. That's why there'd be zany music.
get. Like the Batman theme.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or maybe.
The transition.
Yeah.
Yes, transition music. That's what I meant.
Okay.
All right, so we're at this location. Is it like what's the area like?
Like, is it part
Nice
of
part
building?
of town?
Yeah.
Or-
It's a decent part of town. There's nothing really that bad going on here.
It's
There's,
like a
there's
normal pod. Nothing happens.
Yeah, exactly. There's more like apartment buildings around. You see that this address is a pub. Well, actually, what's in front of the address is a pub. The address actually goes behind one of the alleys.
Oh, more alleyways. Last time we were in an alleyway, I got shot.
Oh, you can't avoid alleyways forever because of that.
Yeah, but like this is a same day occurrence.
I'm
I'm
sure
going
we'll be
down the
fine.
I'm going down the alleyway, of course, but I'm just saying.
What's from where we are? Can we like see what the pub's clientele is like? Just normal people?
Yeah, there just appears to be some normal people in there. There's like,
Is
a
it
couple
like the
businessmen.
middle of the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, the middle of the day and then the pub.
Day drinking. There's just like there's a guy who, he's in like a really nice suit. He probably just lost his job or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Oh man, well, this is after the Depression, right? Though, because that was in the 30s.
I mean, some would argue that depression never stops.
Oh.
Insert laugh track.
Yeah, so I guess we're heading down the alley.
You head down the alley, getting to the door at the other end, and you see a sign above the door that says Madam Caroline's psychic readings.
Oh,
And it kind of
jeez
like
Louise.
and it kind of heads down into a it kind of heads down a staircase, and there's a door there. Some like chimes outside.
Wes is grinning.
This is you do like the double take, and this is definitely the address that Clint had written down.
Yeah.
But you didn't get any more information as to why, because someone had to get their gunshot wound patched up.
I'm sorry that I
Yeah.
went to go get medical attention for a gunshot wound. God.
I suppose if this is the right place, let's go down and meet this Madam who?
Caroline.
Oh, Madam Caroline. All
I'm
right.
gonna write that down.
Let's head down into her parlor, I suppose.
Okay, you head down into Madame Caroline's parlor, and as you, it has a sign right there that just says, open.
Mm-hmm.
And you open up the door. It jingles with a bell, and you enter into kind of a smallish room, with a curtain off to the side leading into another room, and you hear some music coming from a record player.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, just music of the time. You wait for a moment, I assume.
Is there like a bell? Like one of those disc bells?
Oh yeah.
Well, the bell went off when you opened the door.
Oh,
yeah, but
I
sometimes you need
Up
that
on the
second
top.
bell.
But you hear kind of muffled voices from behind the curtain.
I'm eavesdropping.
You're eavesdropping?
I'm
am
dropping them
I.
eaves.
Yeah, we both are.
You listen in, and it seems to be kind of the end of a reading of some kind. There's like a click of a purse, or you assume what is a click of a purse in a woman's voice, well, thank you so much for your help, Madam Caroline. I guess I'll see you next week. And you hear, I'll see you next week. Thanks, and a goodbye, and then the you hear like footsteps coming toward the curtain.
I step away from the curtain and lean against the wall, try to look casual.
You lean against the wall, seeing like
yeah.
You're leaning next to a bookcase.
Yeah.
On the bookcase is like a few books, but mostly just like little paraphernalia. And on top of the bookcase is like a white cat just licking its paw.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's so cute. Okay. New objective.
Pictures.
New objective. This cat.
The cat's what?
I'm going to pat this cat.
Is that what you're doing? Trying to pet the cat?
I am like, yeah, kitty.
The cat ignores you in true cat fashion.
Oh, I love this cat.
Oh, the curtain kind of pulls back a bit, and you see a woman on the other side of it, probably in her mid-30s or so, you'd say.
Yeah? She must be really dependent if she's coming here every week for, like, a future reading. Like, just get a newspaper and read the horoscopes.
What?
I'm just saying.
So she comes out and leaves?
She comes out, leaves, yeah, kind of nodding to you guys, and then a second woman, probably like a little bit older, but still youngish, comes out and greets you. Are you here for a reading?
Not exactly.
We should have figured out what our reason for being here was.
I have a reason.
Came down here. You do? Okay.
Yeah, I'll lead this talk.
Yeah, you go ahead, because I didn't think this through.
We're actually here. We had a buddy of ours, who might have come down here a little while ago. Might have gone by Clint or Will.
Clint. Yes, I do believe that I met a Clint.
Do you reckon you might...
Just last week.
Okay, last week. Did you have a talk with him? Did you give him his future, all that kind of stuff?
He seemed to be the type to simply ask a lot of questions.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why I mean Clint were real buds, because I'm exactly the same. So, was Clint here with anyone else?
No, he came alone. Is everything alright with Clint?
Clint came out with a spot of trouble. We're just kind of retracing his steps and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then you're with the police?
Something like that, yeah.
She kind of thinks to herself, and you notice she begins to kind of like fiddle around with something on her necklace. It's at this point that both of you looking down, you can see that they're kind of just attached to a string is what looks to be a fairly smooth piece of metal with some lines on it, and it looks very familiar. It looks like gray tech.
Love, because my personal question, I've got a sister who I'm trying to find some jewelry for. Where'd you get that necklace?
Oh, this necklace, I found it.
Oh, really? Like on the side of the road at a particular store?
I found it down at the riverside, actually. I was walking through the park.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll go for a hunt for my own little stone. My sister, she loves these kind of things.
Yes, it's a special piece. When I found it, it's like I was more attached to the spirits in the world as soon as I touched it.
Oh, really?
Pretty special, then. That's the case.
Sorry, it's like, you know that moment like where like people like get like toast and it's like it's got Jesus's face on it and they're like, oh, I could suddenly hear Mary's voice in my head as she was talking to me, like that kind of stuff.
I live in America, so yes, I'm familiar with people.
I mean, I live with one of those types right now.
Sorry. What did you and Clint talk about? What questions did he ask? Guess I just want to find out what reason brought him here, I suppose.
Now that you mention it, he seemed rather interested in this, and she's still fiddling with the necklace. Kind of glances down at it.
Is that so?
Yes.
In what way?
Okay.
I don't know. He seemed interested in the visions I have because of it.
What kind of visions does it give you?
Well, are you willing to pay for an appointment?
Sure.
Walt gets his wallet. And he goes, all right, how much?
That'll be... Shit, I don't know, like...
Okay, remember, it's... Anything there is 11 times the cost here. So if it's $10 over there, it's technically $110 now.
That's not how, like, conversions
No.
work.
I know, but, like, that's the general rule.
Just say it's like the 1940s equivalent of $20 or something.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
she just charges you, like, a few bucks, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, I handed over the few bucks equivalent.
And you're motioned into the room beyond the curtain.
Ooh. Is it, like, spooky?
No?
Oh.
I guess that's what you... like, how do you define spooky?
I don't know, it's, like, dark, not
Is
very
it all
good
mystical
lighting.
and stuff?
There are, like, curtains everywhere.
It's, like, fairly mystical. You know, there's, like, a circular table.
Nice,
chair.
spooky.
Chairs on either side.
Crystal ball on it?
There's no ball on it. There's some cards,
Aw.
though.
Ooh,
card
tarot,
reader.
tarot.
Tarot?
It's tarot.
No.
Yeah.
You had it right the
Tarot
first time.
I know. I like saying the T, though, because it's funny.
So are we both getting a reading?
No, we're asking questions. We're not getting
Well,
a reading.
isn't she? Yeah.
This was a bribe.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get it now. Alright.
Wes walking in like, oh, I wonder what the cards will say.
No, that was more Elliot. Okay. Alright, let's take a seat.
All right, you take a seat, and the woman begins to kind of, like, move through her cards a bit, and she says, what do you wish to know?
Shit, I forgot every single line of questioning we just did.
Well, I would like to know what kind of visions that necklace gives you. How
That's
it may
it.
change things.
Yes.
That was, the big question.
The spirits aren't so forthcoming with precise information.
That seems about right,
Uh-huh.
honestly.
How about you give us the imprecise information, then?
I see... She kind of, like, fumbles through her cards a bit. She never really plays one out, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's not actually doing a tarot reading. And at this point, her eyes are closed, and you guys see the little piece of metal on her chest blinks. It lights up for a moment as her eyes are closed.
Thought activated.
As she kind of mumbles to herself, you guys begin to hear a buzzing.
It's like this. Okay,
no.
okay. I know
The
we
bees.
went. It's a traumatic moment whenever we say buzzing now.
Yeah.
It's not too strong of a feeling, but you begin to feel kind of a bit of a headache. At the
Have
back
we
of
ever encountered this before? In our
it. You haven't really,
encounters
no.
with Grays. Okay. Okay.
It definitely raises, your eyebrow a bit. You're unsure.
I am so suspicious.
Those eyebrows are raised.
Oh yeah.
But you hear this buzzing, and it lights up again, blinking. And at this point, as it lights up, kind of giving you a flash of the room, her mumbling, pretty much incoherently at this point. She's not really even speaking English
She's speaking
or any language.
Oh, okay.
She's just nothing that you can recognize at all.
Mm-hmm.
As the light comes up and flashes, you see in the pillows in the background, in the kind of the dark corners of this room, you see what looks to be a suit laying on the ground. And the light stops flashing and then flashes again, lighting up a bit more, and you see familiar gray skin in the suit.
Wait. Is it behind her or is it on the floor? Like
Behind her
dead?
on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, is he like
It's
taking a
laying
nap or is he like dead or?
As it flashes again, you see, and your headache kind of gets a little worse as you see one of the grays. Not only that, but what seems to be, well, most likely a member of the Gray Concordance.
Shit.
He lays on the ground, clearly dead.
Ooh, it's not really there, is it? This is like a holodeck situation.
Yeah.
The buzzing gets a little louder. Suddenly, she stops mumbling. As you guys stand there, unsure of what's going on, she slumps to the ground.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
The buzzing stops entirely, and the device stops flashing or anything.
Well, we're going for the whole catch her before she falls on the ground thing.
Yeah.
I'm checking her pulse, see if she's still kicking.
Yeah. I'll catch her before she falls. Walt can, I guess, check her.
Yeah.
You catch her as she slumps to the ground. As you check her pulse, she seems to have had an aneurysm.
Oh
no. Fuck.
Oh.
Blood kind of comes out of her nose a bit.
Is she unconscious?
She's gone. She's not alive.
Oh shit. Oh, okay, I see. All right, sorry.
And looking back, you see that there is still the body there of the gray.
I'm gonna...
Walt is going to get up.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's checked the pulse. The lady's gone. He's gonna, like, gently go to this dead gray.
Mm-hmm.
And do they have, like, pulses? Do they have, like, that equivalent? Yeah. Okay. Walt's gonna do the same thing, like, the equivalent of what he just did with Madame Caroline to the gray.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while. Cold
Is he
skin.
physically here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
fuck!
touching him! I'm touching him!
Okay! Shit! Oh, shit! Okay. Oh, what the fuck?
But more than this, as you look around, unsure of what's going on, the device now seeming to not be active anymore.
Alright, we're stealing that necklace.
Yeah, I'm taking it off her neck.
We gotta fucking call this in to cops.
Yeah.
Looking at the identification of this dead alien buddy, you recognize the name as Yonder. He was your partner.
Oh no! What the hell?
No, Yonder, we never knew
shit.
you.
Well, shit.
And you get the feeling that this investigation is important for whatever reason.
This investigation has gotten a lot worse, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
This
gotten
is
very
deep
much
shit.
worse.
This is deep
Because now there's
shit.
the body of a point agent on you.
Fuck.
Hey everybody, and thanks for being here. We hope you're enjoying the first episode of Among Us, and stay tuned for next week for the third and final part of it. We really appreciate that you're still here listening, whether it was on day one or somewhere down the line. If you're enjoying this series, please leave us a review, subscribe to our RSS, follow us on all the social medias, hang out with us on Discord, and probably most importantly, let your friends know about us. It all helps out a lot. And hey, if you want to get a shout out on the show, tweet us at Deep Fried Dice and tell us what your favorite moments on the show have been, along with the hashtags Deep Fried Dice and Give Me Some Cred. I'll share them at the end of the next show. Have a great day, everybody, and come back on Mondays and Friday evenings for more Deep Fried Dice. Currently, we're in the middle of doing Among Us and a pirate story called Treasure Ball. Have a great evening.